This is Archivist Hale, opening file DR07, an internal record we were never supposed to keep. The incident took place at Hawthorne University, Building C, Room 319, a dorm room that students abandoned within 3 days each time. What you're about to hear is the last testimony we have. The student, narrating quietly. My name is Evan Ryder. I moved into room 319 on a cold Sunday evening, dragging my suitcases across the dusty hallway floor. Everything smelled like detergent and something older, like wet stone. The RA laughed nervously as he handed me the key. "You're brave. Nobody lasts long in there." I thought he was joking. I should have listened. Day 1, the voices. The first night, the hallway outside my door felt wrong. It was silent, too silent, for a building with almost 100 students. Around 2:13 a.m., I heard it. Soft voices drifting through the corridor, not walking, not laughing, whispering. Too close to the door, too slow, too deliberate. I got up and checked the peephole. No one. But the whispering got louder, closer. I opened the door a crack. The hallway was empty, but the whispers didn't stop. They moved around me, like invisible mouths speaking directly against my ears. I slammed the door shut. The whispers faded. I didn't sleep. Day 2. The room starts acting like it remembers. By the second day, the temperature in my room dropped sharply. The heater was on. I checked it 10 times, yet the air felt freezing. When I unpacked the last box, I found something that wasn't mine. A small folded note placed carefully inside my desk drawer. Reading softly, "You will hear us again tonight." No signature, no handwriting I recognized, just those words pressed into the paper like someone carved them with a fingernail. I tried asking around. Nobody would talk about room 319. One girl said quietly, "They never leave that room. They stay in the walls." I slept with the lights on. Day 3, the door. At 3:07 a.m., the voices returned. This time, they weren't whispering. They were calling names. Quiet, eerie whispering, layered. Daniel, Emily, Harper, Evan. I froze. They said my name. The voices were right outside my door, dozens of them, low, pleading, broken. The handle on my door began to turn slowly. I jumped out of bed, heart pounding, and pressed my shoulder against the door. "No, no, no!" But the handle kept turning, even with my weight against it, as if someone on the other side had no body, no mass, only intention. Then, knock, knock, knock. 3 slow hits against the wood. I couldn't breathe. A voice, not whispering this time, but speaking in a cold, monotone rasp, said, "Evan, open the door. We only want to stay." I backed away, shaking. The knocking continued, and continued, and continued. At some point, I passed out from sheer exhaustion. Day 4, the faces. When I woke up, the knocking had stopped, but something worse had begun. There were handprints on the wall beside the door, dozens of them. And then, slowly, as I watched in paralysis, the drywall began to bulge, as if faces pressed from inside the wall were trying to push through. First 1, then 3, then 10. Their mouths moved, silently at first. Then sound bled through the plaster like leaking air. "Let us in. Please, please, let us in." I stumbled into the hallway. The hallway is not empty. The moment I opened the door, every whisper in the corridor stopped. Dead silence. Then, from behind me, inside the room, I heard footsteps. Slow, heavy, dragging. I turned around. The room I had just escaped was dark, even though the lights were on. A silhouette stood in the center, facing me, its head tilted as if studying me, and in a dozen overlapping voices, it said, "We don't want the room. We want you." The final run. I ran, down the hallway, down the stairs, through the lobby. Behind me I heard doors opening, all of them, slowly, like a wave moving through the dorm. Voices spilling out, footsteps, breathing, crying, begging. The building felt alive, pushing me out like a foreign object. Or chasing me because I was the first who heard them clearly. I didn't stop until I reached the street. The aftermath. Archivist voice returns, calm, clinical. Campus police entered room 319 the next morning. They found no handprints, no bulges in the wall, no evidence of forced entry. But they did find a recording on the dorm's security system, footage from 3:07 a.m. The camera pointed at the hallway. The footage shows Evan's door handle turning, but no one is there. Then, 30 seconds later, a dark humanoid shape leans its head out from the doorway, as if watching Evan run. It does not follow. It only looks at the camera and smiles. File DR07 is sealed. The room remains unoccupied. The voices have not been heard again. Yet.